Hi, my name is Jessica Martin, and today I'm going to be going over some stuff on clinical anatomy. So I liked a lot of the systems that we learned about in the first part of the course. However, one that did stand out was the nervous system. We can divide the practitioners who work on the nervous system into different types of ways. So people or clinicians who are working mostly with outpatient neurology patients are considered neurologists, while if surgical intervention to the nervous system is needed, patients would likely be seeing a neurosurgeon. And so if they, just needed to be treated for headaches, they might go see a neurologist, but if they needed to get surgery for something to correct in the brain, they would go see, or the spinal cord, they would go see a neurosurgeon. One of the particular organs that I found to be the most fascinating was the brain itself. Anatomically speaking, in the body, the brain is superior to the neck. It is deep to the bones of the skull, and it is medial to the ears. The brain has a lot of really interesting structures on it. I think that it's very cool that it has the longitudinal fissure, which divides the brain into two lobes, the right and the left lobe. And then they also have the corpus callosum more towards the center of the brain, which actually is what connects the two lobes so that they do communicate and they aren't just completely split off from each other. In addition, I think the hypothalamus is really interesting as it is really something that serves so many functions and does help to regulate both the nervous system and the endocrine system. So that's really cool. It just plays a really, really large role in a lot of things, as well as being associated with the limbic system. There's also the cortex of the brain, which has all of the major lobes of the brain, including temporal, parietal, occipital, and frontal lobes, where most of the memory, like the processing, happens in the brain. And then when we look at the cortex, we also see gyri and sulci, gyri being the ridges on the brain, the sulci being kind of where it invaginates in, or there's a crease in the brain tissue. In terms of the general structure or the general function of the brain is really the center of the central nervous system. So all sensory information, or most sensory information that needs to be processed, goes to the brain to get interpreted, to then create a response to that that's appropriate, and then send it back out as a motor response to the appropriate neurons to get to the appropriate section of the body that's being regulated. And so it really does play a very central role in our lives and our ability to function as people. Thank you.